Welcome everyone to another edition of Bosco Racing. We're going to get right to green flag racing tonight. So let me read out the starting order. Peppers, Trump Train, Steve C, Extreme, Langford, Geo, number one Dad, and in the tail end is Ben. Here we go. Look at this. Peppers already getting away from the field, starting to leg it out. We got two drivers that are mic'd up tonight, Trump Train and Full Metal Geo in the gray. Trump Train's running in second position right now. You'll hear him right now. That's the Trump Train running through. Here we go. Trump Train followed by Steve C coming back up the hill and back into the building. It's a beautiful night for racing. 68 degrees. We're running 35-second lap times at this point, and we are cooking already. The track is in amazing condition. Here we go, Steve C chasing down Trump Train, followed by Langford, number one Dad in the pink, Extreme in the white, Geo in the gray. And that's Ben running at the end of the field. Here we go. 8 drivers deep tonight, folks. And one hell of an A-main. Look at this. Other than the leader, you got the next 5 drivers right there on top of each other. Here we go, back into the building. All right, now starting to space it out a little bit. You got a couple different races going on. Look at this, Langford making the move on Steve C. Steve C in the green. Steve C sticking to the inside lane. Can he make it happen? Oh, look at this, number one Dad going around, keeping it wide. And Extreme lets him get back in line. Here we go, 2 abreast, and then back in line, heading back out the building. Running really tight racing right now. That's Steve C holding up this second pack right now, but Langford is all over him. Number one Dad all over Langford. Here we go. Coming back into the building. This is the race right here. These 3, look at them, 3 deep. And there he goes, Steve C deep into the entry. Langford takes the inside lane, number one Dad following him. So they're able to slip back inside. Oh, and there's Extreme getting inside there. Extreme runs a nice 2 abreast through the S turns right alongside Steve C. Langford pulling away a little bit, number one Dad, Steve C. And that 4-pack, it's one hell of a race back there. Here we go, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Steve C and Extreme going at it. Langford, number one Dad. Here we go, Steve C getting the push from Extreme all the way around back into the building. Extreme making his move. You got 2 packs. Look at this, Trump Train catching back up to our leader, Peppers. Pack of racers right there, boy, I tell you, they are tight. They're running the same lap times. Here we go, Langford spacing it out a little bit on number one Dad. And here we go, back into the building. Look at this, Geo doesn't know which lane to take. Geo's trying to figure out, should he go with Steve C, should he go with Extreme? He just falls back in line, and let's see, he's taking the outside. Now he's gonna sling to the inside, right here to the inside of Extreme. Extreme pulls over. Whoa! Gave Full Metal Geo not a lot of room there, but hey, they all made it through. Here we go. And Full Metal Geo with a nice turn down bottom of the hill coming up alongside Ben. But here we are, back with the leaders. That's Peppers in the lead, followed by Trump Train, followed by Langford and number one Dad. Here's Peppers coming through the S turns, and look at this. Trump Train's all but made it to him. And Langford's liking to see that racing up front, because guess what? He's going to get sucked right up to the back of those guys, and he's going to close it out quick. Number one Dad's finding his groove, trying to find his mojo here, and in the bottom of the turn, nice turn, zipping around, and headed back up into the building. It's the fastest corner right here on this track right now, and well, I'll tell you, they're really cooking coming back into this building. With the change in concrete surface right there, I'll tell you what, it really makes for an exciting entry into the building. Dickie's saying, don't show your cards yet. He's got something for Peppers, and that's going to be one hell of a race with them two. Look at this. Dickie right on Peppers' tail. Dickie taking that hairpin turn a little bit better than Peppers. You can see he's stuck to the apex, whereas Peppers is taking it a bit wider, trying to free up his cart. Peppers is no slouch, though. I'll tell you what, if anybody can hold on to the lead, it's Peppers. But look at this. Langford's now invited to the party. Look at these three. Oh, and number one dad not too far behind. He's a couple good turns away from being right up on the back of that pack. Here we go. Back out the building. Oh, this is it. This is going to be an exciting race right now. What's Langford got for Trump Train? Right on the back of Trump Train. Number one dad taking that one a little bit wide. Yowza, back into the building. Uh-oh, Peppers pulled over at the outside of the track. Not quite sure what happened with Peppers. These three don't even know the race is over. Yeah, there you go. I see the caution now. Looks like we have a caution. I don't know what happened specifically with Peppers, but it looks like it might have been his seat needed adjustments or something to that effect. Here's Peppers sitting dead in the water outside, and we got the track officials coming over to see if they can't help him out and get him back up and running. What do we got going on here? Oh, I see what he's doing. He's shifting it into another gear. He wants to be locked into high gear. I see what's going on there, Peppers. All right, here we go. Pepper's seat's adjusted, and he's re-engaging back with the leaders in the indoor front stretch. Once he comes back around, he will likely, due to being equipment malfunction, he will likely be getting his position back. Okay? He'll get his position back out in front of Trump Train, but I know Trump Train's got something for him, and I think this restart is only going to help Peppers. So here we go. Peppers is coming up out into the front, resuming his natural position. Check out the Peppers cam at Sergeant Peppers on YouTube. You can see his cam right there on his cart. You can also check out number one dad's cart cam at Bosco Racing. Third cart cam in the field is Steve C. as well at Plankton Racing. Here we go, folks. Back to green flag racing. That's Peppers in the lead. Look at this. I think Trump Train's going to try and make the move on him quick. Got no time to waste. Here we go. Peppers right on the tail of. There he goes. Oh, Trump Train makes the move with a little bit of a push pass on Peppers. You got to give him the room to make the pass. Two abreast. Too deep. Number one dad in no man's land there. Able to make the turn, going back out the building. Bottom of the hill, and Trump Train's happy about that. Got him inside. Oh yeah, you can hear Trump Train. He's definitely happy about that position. There we go. Off to a good start. Lines coming in here. Boy, I tell you what, now we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deep. Linked up. Number one dad's getting to the inside of Peppers. Better advantage here. Oh, Peppers. He doesn't give number one dad even a lick of space. Shreds number one dad into the wall. And meantime, while he's doing that, it created an opportunity for Extreme. So Extreme's right on number one dad's tail now. Here we go. Extreme in the white, number one dad in the pink. It should be a good race coming back into the building right here. Trump Train is fully expecting for Peppers to get back to his rear door, but Peppers is having a hard time with his cart right now, especially with Langford giving him the business right on the back there. That's going to be one hell of a race. Look how close these drivers are. You know, it may be an 8-man field, but they are linked up. Trump Train's getting an excellent exit out of the hairpin turn down bottom of the hill. And here we go, back up into the building. Trump train hooked up around the horseshoe, as well as Langford number 1 dad. Brian's running a little bit wider of a line. I think he's got a hell of a cart there. He's got a handle there. Got a lot of horsepower, a lot of cart. Now you know what's going through Trump. Now you know what's going through Trump Train's mind at the bottom of the hill. He's singing in the rain. Trump Train's always good to be mic'd up. I know you always get some good content out of him. He is one hell of a driver, as well as one hell of a comedian, so to speak. Steve C played a joke on him tonight, put student driver bumper sticker on his cart. So that's a good one. Steve C's our prankster in the group. Got a couple good ones coming out. Last season wore a t-shirt with Dickie's face plastered all over it. And Brian gets him in the horseshoe. Brian returns the favor, comes back, gets Dickie in the horseshoe, and look at this. Carries out the turn. Can he make it stick all the way through? Meanwhile, look at this, side by side. Right here, you got Langford, the mowing dad. Oh, Extreme pegs the pole. Ew, that pole right there doesn't move, and he grazed it. And look at right here, as he grazed it, Steve C coming full speed into him. Let's see it one more time in full speed. Boom, boom. And Steve C takes the brunt of that. So these guys didn't even know about it until they get all the way out here. They find out it's a caution, and here we go. I don't know what happened there. You know, Extreme must have misjudged the depth of that turn just by a fraction. Grazed it, bounced him to the outside, slowed him down enough where Steve C, going at full speed, decided to tag him on the side of the truck, on the side of his cart. Pay attention, you can hear, don't ever say that this isn't an exercise sport or you don't get your heart rate up. You can hear Trump Train right now, heavy, breathing heavy, because boy, I'll tell you what, this sport takes it out of you. If you're not in good shape, you're gonna feel it, even if you are in good shape. Here we go, now that's Peppers leading the way, Trump Train in second place. We've seen this one before, it's the exact same restart earlier in the race. Here you go, Peppers, Trump Train, Langford, number 1 dad, Extremo, Steve C, Full Metal Geo, and Ben. Everyone running kind of a similar line though. You can see some people taking it a bit wider and a bit narrower, depending on how their car is handling. I'll tell you right now, they are hooking. Number 1 dad laying off because he knows that there's going to be some action up front. But look at this. And meanwhile, in the back, Extreme and Steve C going at it. But look at this. Full Metal Geo taking it to the outside, going too wide. You get the room. And here they go into the front stretch. Geo's in no man's land. Here we go. Geo tucking back behind Steve C. Going to give him one more chance in that position. In the meantime, bottom of the hill, let's see what all happens. And yep. We're going to go around and round one more time. 14 minutes into this race, folks, and you can see there's no lack of energy by all these drivers. Look at this, Langford making the move on Trump Train. Oh, number 1 dad sees him. Number 1, oh, push. Oh, no. Number 1 dad and Dickie going 2 abreast through the S-turns. Number 1 dad, not purposefully, but kind of closed the door a bit tight. And let's see what all happens here. So you see Langford to the outside of number 1 dad, Trump Train and number 1 dad basically sending the train. Number 1 dad trying to push past Trump Train, and as he's trying to go to the outside, that last bump prior to coming into the second one put number 1 dad off the line and left only a tight space for Trump Train to try and make it through. Trump Train would have muscled his way through there, but I think he was out of whack right here as well. And oof, boy, that pole doesn't move. That is tight. All right, folks, here we go. We're back to the outside. If you'll notice, this time Dickie's not in the race. He is going to get a DNF. Yeah, he's got to take care of himself. All right, here we go. We got Peppers going back into the building. Peppers being followed by number 1 dad in second, followed by Langford. Peppers, number 1 dad. Peppers looks like he's sliding a little bit wide there. Number 1 dad knows that he is hooked up. Let's see what all happens going back outside. Down bottom of the hill for the first time since the restart, and you have Peppers getting a little bit wide. Number 1 dad turning a little bit inside of him. Let's see what all happens. Peppers, number 1 dad, Langford. It's always good to have number 1 dad's kind of in no man's land here. When you got Peppers, a guy who doesn't like to be passed in front of you, and Langford, and a guy who loves to do some passing behind you, this makes for one hell of a race. And look at this, Extreme is also invited to the party. Here he goes. Look at these guys having their own race. Steve C and Full Metal Geo back in the pack. Whoa! Steve C gets the better of it coming out, and look at this, back to the front of the pack. Here we go. Look at that, Langford looking to the inside and thinks well of it and comes back in, falls in behind number 1 dad. These three or four karts are having one hell of a time. Let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4 Extremes at the back door. Looks like he got wedged a little bit and gave that spot back to Langford. And back outside. Peppers still having the lead. Number 1 dad's a little bit tighter in through that turn there, and look at Langford getting up the hill in a jiffy. There we go, ambulance coming to pick up the DNF'er. And here we go. Everybody getting through the S-turns relatively easy, but look at that. Full Metal Geo completing the pass on Steve C. Full Metal Geo, the tactician of the group. Peppers, look at this. Holding off, holding off, holding off. Here goes. Oh, number 1 dad's got a good run on him this time. Look at that run coming back into the building. Let's see what all happens. Number 1 dad, Peppers, coming into your screen right now. Number 1 dad gets him wide, drifts back in behind him, gives him a little bit of a push pass, gives him room coming through. Look at this, 3 wide. Oh! Everybody squeezes on through. Langford's notorious for being able to freaking find speed on the outside lane, but not in this particular case. There we go. Number 1 dad leading the race for the first time this evening, followed by Peppers and followed by Langford. Now, in this particular case, it's no better for Peppers. Number 1 dad also doesn't like to be passed, but Peppers behind him, and now Langford behind him. Langford making the move on Peppers. He got a good run through the horseshoe turn. Peppers runs him off into the S-turns, and then bam, falls back in the line. Look at this, Extreme ducking his nose to the inside, and Full Geo is joining the party. Look at this, Geo's right on the back door of Extreme. Extreme's going to have a hell of a race for him. In a few minutes right there, you can see that they are linked up. Number 1 dad stretching it out just a little bit. Got about 3-4 car lengths in front of Peppers. Being Peppers does not have that that kind of space in front of Langford. Look at Langford once again looking to the outside. Let's see if Langford rides speed in the S-turns on the outside. No, he can't. He ducks back inside and stays behind Peppers, and look at him go. Unbelievable kart control by Langford. It's nothing new to see him drive like a real professional. Nice job, Langford. Here we go, Langford down bottom of the hill. He's sizing up Peppers, getting to the inside of him, decides to duck back in behind him one more time, but I think he's got him sized up pretty good here. Coming back into the building, you can see, woo, they are right on top of each other, back in the building with all the speed that they can carry through there. Here we go, one more time. You got number 1 dad starting to leg it out just a bit. Peppers, Langford, Extreme, Full Metal Geo, Steve C, and Ben. Here we go, back outside. One of the racer's not in the field tonight is Blood Moon. Blood Moon's birthday. Happy birthday, Blood Moon. Sorry you couldn't make it tonight, but you would have had a blast with this crew and the way they're racing. Look at this, Langford to the inside. Finally gets the speed in the run. Ducks to the inside on the way back into the building. Makes a beautiful pass on Peppers. Here we go. Langford's sole job right now is to get to number one dad. Number one dad trying to run away with it. See if he can't leg it out. Now it may look like number one dad's got a good run on it, but I'll tell you, one bad lap, one slow lap, you know who's coming for you, and that's Langford. Let's see what all happens here. Langford slapping his cart saying, get this pony in gear. Let's go, let's go. Come on now. Meantime, look at this Extreme sizing up Peppers right there. Extreme in the white. He's coming on Peppers' horde. Here he goes. And then Full Metal Geo pushing the entire pack. You gotta love Geo. Here we go, back outside. Oh, Peppers going really wide, but falls back into line. Falls back in the line here, and then here we go. Top of the hill. Can Peppers hold off Extreme now is the question. Peppers seems to be going backwards on this exchange. Very unlikely. Oh, there goes Extreme to the outside, inside. Geo trying to figure out who to go with. Meantime, number one dad running away. Number one dad outside the building being followed by Langford, Peppers, Extreme, Full Metal Geo. Steve C in the green. Nice turn there, Steve C. And Ben. Let's watch these backpack right here. Look at this. They can zip on through. You got Ben carrying. Oh, Ben almost lost it coming back into the building there. He was moving. Locked him up coming back into the building. You lock him up right there, you can go sideways quick. Look at this. Extreme with the side-by-side racing and Full Metal Geo. Let's see what happens all coming back out. Look at them go. Side-by-side. Blam-a-lam-a ding-dong. Let's rock. 2 leaders you can see are a good 10 kart lengths ahead now. 1, 2, that's 1 and 2, and then here you go. Here comes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Message coming from the infield care center that Trunk Train is in fact okay. He will get a DNF on the day, but let's hope he's back next week and racing at full health. He's one hell of a racer. Here we go, bottom of the turn. Woo! You guys probably noticed camera 1 is out, so we're gonna have to catch this from this corner all the way to the outside. Oh, look at this. Langford found the bumper of number one dad. Number one dad trying to run chill laps, but with Langford running at the top end speed, you know that's not going to happen. Look at this, right on the back end of them, and let's see how this all pans out. Folks, this is incredible. This is for the game right here. This is for the win. And number one dad holds them off for the win. Langford, number 2. And here's our finishing order. One hell of a race, folks. Here as they calm down. Finishing order, number one dad, Langford, Peppers, Extreme, Full Metal Geo. In 5th, Steve C. In Ben, in 6th and 7th. And did not finish is Trump Train tonight. Well, folks, I gotta tell you, that's one hell of a good night of racing. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching another edition of Bosco Racing.